We're on, mate. You ready?
Yeah, mate. Always. Ooh, bit of a delay there.
Bit of a delay, mate. Keep you guessing.
Episode 3.
I actually had to second guess myself. I was about to say episode 2, but
Yeah, me
this
too,
is
to be
3.
honest.
Jesus, I'm having some fun.
You're
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah, not bad, mate. All right.
Jeez.
Welcome to episode 3 of the 2JM Poddy.
Yep. And round 2 of the alcohol of the hour, and we've gone for a beer again.
Yep. And we've gone for a beer in a can this time.
Yeah.
We've got rid of the glass bottles. We've switched it out for, mate, what do we got?
It's better beer, and if I'm not mistaken, whose is it? Is it those?
The uninspired unemployed, I think.
The inspired unemployed. I
Yeah,
think
it
it
was
is.
something like that. I believe it's their beer. So it's actually in pretty short supply in Perth, mate. It took me a lot to find this. So I think it's getting better now, but at one stage couldn't get it anywhere.
Yeah, right. I've actually never tried it before,
All right.
so
Neither have
I'm
I.
keen. Let's crack it open.
Bit of ASMR there, mate.
Yeah.
Right.
It's quite light. Actually, don't mind that.
It is quite light.
Definitely better than White Rabbit's Dark Ale
That
from
was
last
fucked.
week. That was
So this is a lager, of course. Not really pale ale at all. I'm obviously a pale ale dude. Got a stubby single fin behind there that I just had before, but it's not a bad beer.
I don't mind it. I wouldn't
probably-
say no. I'd say probably
reckon I
like a
could probably
7 out of
drink
10 for me.
I reckon I could drink that on the regular, mate. I reckon that could be a go-to beer.
Well, you heard it here first. The uninspired, inspired unemployed.
Yeah, it's the uninspired or the
guys,
inspired. That
um,
group.
Good beer.
Good beer. Good job.
Mate.
Keep up the good work.
Mate,
We'll send you the invoice.
I'm
just
going
like
to bring it
last
up to you right now. Where the fuck have you been? Because I was trying to contact you for about 3 days up until about 2 hours ago.
week. Yeah,
I
look.
had no idea what
Yeah.
the fuck or where the fuck you'd been.
Yeah.
I'm in Dunsborough trying to figure out what we're actually doing when we're getting back.
Yeah. So, obviously you went down to Dunsborough,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't really... You said you didn't know what time you were going to be
I
back.
gave you an ETA.
Did you?
Yeah,
I think you did, mate.
I said about 2 p.m.
Yeah, well, whatever, mate. So, no, I'd organised with Macaulay and Clem not long ago.
Clem?
Clem.
Man, I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, great bloke. But organised to go away camping just for the weekend for their birthdays, which was last week. So, yeah, just headed down up to, Wilbinga, actually.
Nice.
Because we left a bit late on Saturday, so just went to Wilbinga. Had a cheeky camp, mate. Got the barbie going, a few bevies. So, yeah, I had no reception at all. Hence why you could not get in contact with me, and hence why I had no idea you were getting in contact with me.
Yeah,
And then,
because I saw like when you sent a message, you know how it's like a hollowed out circle with a tick, and instead of like the full solid filled in one, I was like, this motherfucker has like chose to mute my notifications.
No,
or
I was
something.
I was NA reception, so
Yeah, thanks for telling me, man.
yeah. Look,
Appreciate it.
I probably should have told you, but I also thought you wouldn't be back for late. So, but that was a good weekend, man. And then obviously we were meant to be home earlier. I think when we were organising it, me and Mac were like, oh, we'll get home early. We got no reason to stay late. And evidently didn't pack up the campsite till about 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. Got back about just 6:30 or something into Perth. Literally washed my car, had a shower, and
Here we are.
got some Zambreros for dinner.
Oh,
And now here we are, mate.
yeah,
So,
mate. Coming up to, I mean, speaking of no reception, I was in Dunsborough, so same, really. Man, I fucking love Dunsborough.
yeah.
I wish I had a job where you can work like anywhere and you can do your job, because
Yep.
how good would it be to just be in Dunsborough and do your job? Then if
Yeah.
you feel like coming back to Perth,
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter. Like Dunsborough is just, it's a good, I don't know, I love it, eh? Every time
It's
I
a
go
good
back
vibe,
there,
man. It's
every
just
time I
always
go
a good
back
vibe.
there, it's a good vibe.
Aside from, I don't know if we talked about this on the potty before, but
I mean,
have
we
we?
had fight night for my birthday. I
Yeah.
think we touched on it, but I mean,
I don't know if we've actually. Nah,
that
look,
the
I think
little-
this
the
might have been
test
one of
run?
the errors or the test run.
Shut up, Siri. Anyway,
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for Melling's birthday last year.
Yeah,
I think it was
year.
last
Yeah.
year. We organised to go down south with him. So I think me and Adam and you went down the day earlier.
Yeah.
Last minute decision
To Margs.
to Margs, and then we met the other lads down in Dunsborough. But Dunsborough Tab Friday night, mate.
Pops off. Just quietly.
We had a great beer pong tournament, I think, in the backyard.
Yeah. 6 of us boys.
6 of us boys fucking around in a house down there, Airbnb on the river, on the ocean.
Beach,
Sorry,
yeah.
good Airbnb actually. And went to Dunsborough Tab, and we got there, and what did we get? We got I think ginger beer. Went and sat
Yeah,
outside.
and it was great too.
It was
I don't
good.
even like ginger beer, but that
Yeah.
shit was tasty.
And
Scrumptious.
who was live music? What was his name? He was
I
good,
can't for the
man.
life
He
of
could
me.
play
He
absolutely
could play every instrument in front of him. He played the saxophone. I wanted to marry him.
I
on the
love
spot.
the saxophone, man. It is
Guitar,
a
he could
beautiful
sing.
instrument. Yep. But
Great.
yeah, we
Handsome,
rocked up.
majestic man.
He was, mate. He was absolutely ripping it, and we sat out there for a bit, and then all of a sudden we were like, nah, screw it, and we started dancing. Dance floor came alive once we'd stepped on the dance floor. We lit it up,
That
mate.
goes without saying.
Yeah. So yeah, we're dancing with all these people and etc. And then we went out the front after he'd finished. It was probably 12:30, 1 o'clock by that time.
Got a kebab, meat box.
Got a kebab and a meat box, and I'm just standing up. I went and got my meat box, came back, and I think the boys were sitting on a table with some of the locals, and I'm just standing eating my meat box. The next minute, a guy from like a couple tables over behind the bush just stands up. He's like,
Peeks over the tree. He doesn't come around.
Nah,
He
peeks over the tree. He looks at me and he's like, "You better shut the fuck up." I just stopped eating my meat box. And I looked at him and I was like, "You talking to me, mate?" And he's like, "Yeah, you better fucking shut up." And like, I remember looking at you boys and I'm like, I walked over, put my meat box down on the table. I think by this stage, I think you and Adam had stood up as well. And we're just staring at him like, "Are you seriously doing this right now?" To which old mate pipes down, sits down, muttering something. And then these girls were like, "You guys are unbelievable. We don't fight down here." And I'm like,
It wasn't us, bro.
he started on us. What do you
Yeah.
mean? I was just eating my meat box.
Yeah, it was interesting. And then the next night was, I think those guys had some drugs in them or something because
The guys from the second
was just
night?
weird. Yeah,
They were weird
literally
people.
back-to-back nights. So, but as a whole,
But
fucking
as we're
Dunsborough.
saying,
I
people
love
down in
man.
Dunsborough don't like us.
Yeah,
We've got a reputation down
Yeah.
there, I reckon.
probably
Yeah.
But-
Might have to uphold it as well, I reckon. Next
Just
time I'm down there, I'm going
swinging
to
on site.
fight night Fridays at
Nah.
Dunsborough Tab.
I love Dunsborough, man.
Nah, it's a good place.
I would love to move there or anywhere, outside of the city if I had a job that would allow it. Really.
What would you do? What job would you have?
Look, in an ideal world, imagine like doing this for work, for example, or
Yeah.
like if I, I'm finishing up my PT, if I could, mainly coach online, for example,
Mm.
you can do that anywhere.
Yeah,
All
true.
You need is an internet connection. So, I don't know.
Yeah, the
What could you
possibilities
do
are
in
endless,
Dunsborough?
mate.
I don't know.
I
But
feel like Dunsborough's just laid back, man. Like, obviously, I'm big
Dude.
into my camping and shit. So, like, down there, man, I think I'd be away every weekend. Or
Yeah.
if, as we say, mobile job, you could go away on
Well,
midweek.
Dunsborough,
midweek.
Margaret River, like all those places, they're so close to other locations.
Yeah.
So you can go, from Dunsborough, you can go to Bustleton, you can go Bunbury, you can go Margaret River, you can go Yallingup, you can
Yeah.
go Cape Naturalist, fucking Augusta, anywhere, bro. There's so many places near there that are all
Mm.
like their own unique spots, but they're so close to each other that, I don't know, it'd just be a sick place to be based out of. And I think like, if I don't move interstate or into like different internationally, I think I'll move like down south
Yeah.
eventually.
Originally, if I stayed FIFO, I was going to move down there. I think I talked
Heaps
to
of
you
people
boys
do
about that.
FIFO out of Dunsborough.
A lot of the boys I work with offshore live down there out of Dunsborough and Bustleton and Margaret River. It's just a vibe, bro. You go from that, hustle bustle, the commotion offshore,
Complete opposite.
to like a laid back lifestyle. We can
Yeah.
go down and
There's so many nice
Go down the
houses
beach and all that stuff like that.
beaches and- Yeah.
But no, I was speaking to this girl, right? And she's never been down south. I was having a conversation with her the other day. She's never been down south. She's never been to Bustleton, never been to Dunsborough, never been to Marks. And as you're saying, you've never been to Rottnest, and I thought that was a crime.
That's
But like,
that's
who
bad, but
hasn't been down south?
surely you've like just ventured a little bit, like.
Yeah,
But
that's
then
what I
there's some
said to her.
people, there's some people who, and I hate these kind of people who get grossed out by camping. Like there's some people who are like, ew, like I'm not camping. Like if I'm not staying in a hotel or like an A-frame or something, I
Yeah.
don't want to be there.
I think
Those people are the worst.
Yeah, I think people have a misconception with camping. So I feel like if you're doing it rough in the bush in a tent with like nothing and you're not prepared, yes.
Camping's what you make of it as well.
Exactly, mate. So like I've just obviously gone out and got a rooftop tent for the cruiser
Though. Yeah.
after some persuasion, and I've wanted it for ages, and I finally pulled my finger out and went and got one.
Did you feel like
Fantastic.
you're driving a boat? on the
Nah,
road?
mate. So
Really?
like it's pretty light. It's a motop. It's only 69 kilos.
Oh, true.
69.
Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, sets up in about. So Macaulay's got a standard rooftop tent, and I set mine up just on the weekend there, and yeah, I had it set up ready to sleep in like 30 seconds.
Jesus Christ.
Undo 2 latches, push it up, awning out, you're done.
I'm getting another cruiser. I've decided.
Yeah. So and then Macaulay's pretty set up, man. He has a gas hot water system that runs off a lithium. Like,
He also has
What-
a hot water system in the form of his engine.
yep,
Yeah.
yep, exactly. But yeah, it's what you make of it, mate. So I feel like people that say they hate camping are.
I don't know what they expect it to be either. I
Yeah.
think they're also people who've never camped before or have done it rough.
Because I
like,
don't know how you hate camping, mate. Imagine waking up 7
beach.
a.m., sunrise on the beach,
Yeah.
quick dip in the morning, cook some bacon and eggs or whatever. You can't have a bad day if you're starting it like that.
Yeah. It's literally the closest thing to just living
Yeah,
a good life as
Yeah.
you can get on a holiday.
exactly, mate.
But yeah, so while we're in Dunsborough, I was just we were just going around to all the different places. My girlfriend bought me a freaking Apple Watch.
Shout out.
Just quietly, shout out Jen.
Oh, the goat, mate. The goat.
What a gift.
What a don.
Yeah.
That's
anyway,
that's a
she was
great
pissed
gift,
at
mate.
me, right? So
Yep.
on like the Sunday, she told me not to get one, and I was getting annoyed with her because she wasn't giving me a proper answer as to why I shouldn't get one.
Yep.
And I found out.
You're probably
That's
assuming at that stage, you know,
Well, I had a
possibility
little
that
head, but I
she's
was
got
like,
me an
nah,
Apple
surely
Watch.
not, because that's like an expensive.
It's not a cheap gift, is it?
Yeah, so I'm like, well, she's surely not getting me that, which was why I was making me angry because I was like, why can't I get myself an Apple Watch?
Yep.
She/I was lucky that I couldn't find one because I was looking around a couple of office works and there was none in stock. And then she gave it to me the day we got there. So fucking beast, what a weapon.
Yeah, they're great, mate. I've always I had a Garmin at one stage and I had
Same.
I think something else, but the way the Apple Watch works with your phone, it's
Especially the
just,
Series 7.
yeah, they're great, mate. They're great. They're well worth
I
it.
mean, the whole for about 2 of the 4 days we were down there, I was just fucking around with that.
Yeah,
Just like, holy shit, it can do this as well. You know?
Yeah.
So
but
Yeah.
while we're on the girlfriend topic, mate,
Mm.
just quickly, I wanted to talk about this. I was going to bring it up last week. I was having a conversation with someone. What's your views on OnlyFans? If your girlfriend were to do OnlyFans,
are we talking about like, are we dating and then she decides to do OnlyFans, or is this like she was an OnlyFans content creator? And
we'll
then
say
started
you're dating, you start dating normal, nothing's happened, and then she comes to you one day and she goes, "Oh, Josh, I'm starting an OnlyFans."
If she said I'm starting, I'd already be pissed
All
because
right, and why's that though?
because she's not even like spoke to me about it. The same way if I was to go and take up like a FIFO job or any other job, I'd talk to her about it.
So you prefer to come in and say, "Josh, what do you think about me starting an OnlyFans?"
Yeah. First of all, second of
Alright.
all, I'd still like. I feel like there's some things that are just a privilege to be able to see,
Yep.
and my girlfriend's body is one of them.
Okay. Yeah.
In saying that,
Not talking
Pa-
about Jen starting an OnlyFans.
Yeah, but I'm
just
just
in
talking
general.
in general,
Yeah.
like-
Okay. Cool.
I'd say like whoever my girlfriend is at the time,
Mhm.
which in this situation is her, but it's like a privilege. You're like, it should be something that you're getting that no one else is getting. Like that's part of
Okay.
committing to that girlfriend. So
just
but in saying that, before you keep going,
yeah. Okay.
part of me is like, what if it was like a couple's OnlyFans?
Oh shit! So would you consider doing a couple's OnlyFans?
I don't. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then the other.
You
point
heard
that
it
I
here
was saying-
first, folks. If we get enough likes on this
Shut the
podcast,
fuck up.
me and Melling will start
Yeah,
an OnlyFans.
That's it. We're gonna be doing some gigawatt action for sure. But no, and then if she's already like an OnlyFans,
She's
content
already. Then you've
creator,
already made. You've already
well,
aware
then
of
at
that.
that stage you already know. So then
Yeah.
you've already made the decision. How about you? What's your thoughts on it?
Well, just quickly on that though, as far as OnlyFans goes, what's your? So obviously there's different levels to what people post. Some people just post pictures in
Some people have,
lingerie.
like a smash and grab where they advertise the fact that they think like they're advertising themselves and hinting but never actually disclosing the fact that they might be naked, right?
Yeah.
And people buy it and they find out that it's just lingerie or underwear, and they get pissed off because they haven't seen like this girl naked, but they've already spent the money for that month. So this woman is going to be making money off of one-time subscribers who, think that they're going to get a naked girl, but they're not. But that's still going to make them cash money, and they're not really like showing off much more.
Well, this is what I'm trying to say, mate. They get the ones that do the full-blown pornos and shit on there and fucking solo vids and all that crap. And then you get the ones that just post pretty much what they post on their Instagram and bikinis, but it's in lingerie. So if your girlfriend was just posting like pictures in lingerie, no full nudity, would you be okay with it? I too am undecided on this topic. I'm all for like as you say, like I can't tell her what not to do, but I would appreciate it coming to me and saying, hey Josh, look, I'm thinking about starting an OnlyFans. What do you think of it?
Yeah.
Then you have the conversation, because I'm all actually. I can't say I've got a definite answer as to how I would react or how I'd feel.
Yeah, everyone likes to assume that they'd have one. What is this guy doing?
Sorry.
Everyone likes to assume that they'd have like a certain answer they'd have, but
Yeah.
I feel like it might change the time.
Yeah.
If it was lingerie,
Because
I
I'm
think I'd be alright with that.
yeah. See, I'm not sure how I feel. As you say, like it's like your girlfriend's body. It should be like a privilege for you to see, but at the same time, like that many people posting more naked things on Instagram these days than there is.
Well, it's the
And
same. That's
to
why
me,
I'm
I don't
saying
think
it's
it
the same.
means anything. I think it's if you're confident in your body, show it off.
Yeah, 100%.
And I mean, I'm kind of like, if you can make some money from it, do it. But obviously,
set us up.
I think you need to seriously sit down before you do it and actually think about the implications and go like,
are you going to show your face?
am I going to show my face?
Have you exhausted is this what you want to do?
Is this my in the long term, if I want to go into this profession, is this going to come back to bite me on the ass? And I don't think a lot of people sit down and they actually think about that. I think they just jump in going, easy money, quick money, let's just do it. And then I see a lot of people do it and then quit. And I don't know the reason why. Maybe they don't get the subscribers they wanted, or maybe they realize that
some probably don't pop off as much as they wanted. But
or maybe they realize, this could fucking come back to bite me on the ass. But all for your own choice, mate. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I would appreciate being consulted.
I'm not going to tell you what to do, but in saying that, like, my reaction is also not going to be like, I don't know what my reaction is going to be. So
yeah, I couldn't tell you either.
It's still part of the fun roller coaster of it all.
Just quickly.
Go on.
Oh, no, you go, mate, because this is not a relevant topic. I was just thinking about.
Literally, mine's irrelevant too. Oh. So we'll paper, scissors, rock, and whoever wins talks.
Oh, yeah.
All right, ready?
Paper, scissors, rock.
Right. So anyway, we went way off topic, and we touched on Zamboas before we got here, right?
Yep.
Just quietly, Zamboas fucking suck at wrapping their burritos. I like the taste of Zamboas, but Guzman's 100% every day.
Guzman's kills the wrap on the burrito.
They will wrap their burritos infinitely better than Zamboas.
Oh, 100%. I've never actually sat down and thought about that until you just said that.
I've never actually had a Zamboas burrito where I'm not like
leaking
falling over myself, leaking juices.
And by the time you get to the end of it, you're trying to hold it together and bite it.
Zamboas is not a burrito you can eat in the car while you're driving. No. However, Guzman's, that shit stays intact.
But is it because we get double meat in our burritos that makes it hard to wrap?
I get that in Guzman's as well, but I think it's the salsas.
Yeah, okay. See, when I get a burrito, I don't get lettuce. So I get, I'll tell you my Zamboas order real quick, mate. All right, then we can decide. Here we go. So I get a burrito, grilled chicken, double meat, no lettuce, no cheese, no sour cream.
That's nothing.
Guacamole,
Guac,
jalapeno, and probably garlic or chipotle, mate. I feel like the lettuce is a cap out. You get lettuce and they just pack their shit. Zamboas, if any of you that work at Zamboas are watching this podcast,
don't cop out on the fucking meat. And I think
if I ask for double meat, do not substitute with fucking lettuce.
Yeah, no, double meat isn't 1 scoop of chicken and then like 9 scoops of fucking salsa.
Yeah.
But I think Zamboas just don't wrap their shit.
Nah, I think I'm more a Guzman's guy. I love Zamboas, don't get me wrong, but as you say, the wrapping of the burrito, I think Guzman's taste fresher.
Zamboas has been delivering in taste lately.
Yeah,
for me.
The grilled chicken's good.
But Guzman's is still takes it out, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Which brings me on to my next, sort of relevant. One thing that pisses me off is when you go to Subway, you're like, fuck, man, I'm craving Subway. And it's not often that I crave Subway, but sometimes you just crave it.
Yeah.
And you go in, you're like, fuck yeah, I'm going to have my usual, whatever it is.
Yep.
Lately I've been going for the schnitzel. Usually I
get the chicken city, mate.
Steak and cheese. But anyway,
I run the chicken schnitzel.
You go in, and it's a newbie, right?
Yeah, okay.
Fucking it up.
I see where we're going.
They're taking like 6 minutes to fucking put your meat on, trying to pull the cheese apart. They're giving you 3 strands of lettuce, half a tomato, trying to microwave it. They're pressing the wrong way. Point being, right, you're getting fuck all on your sub, and it's taking like 9 hours to do it, right? Don't charge me full price if you're going to give me a shitty fucking sub, right? I understand that they're new, but in saying that, you should have someone watching over them, going like, nah, a little bit more, or like a little bit more tomatoes, that sort of shit. Because I have had the last 4 times I've gone to Subway, 3 of them have been with a new person. They've been different Subways.
Yeah, okay.
And I've just been getting shit subs, and I'm getting pissed.
So having worked in the food industry as such at some point, you obviously have guidelines on how much you should put into things. And I feel like once you've been there for a certain amount of time, you fuck the guidelines right off, and you do a little bit depending more, on how the customer speaks to you. If you like them, if they're a regular, you'll give them more. You'll give them less.
If they're a G and they're ordering 6 nuggets, you give them 12.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah.
Well, who knows? Shut up, Siri. So anyway,
but I feel like maybe the new people are going on what they're taught from the get-go. Because I get what you're saying, mate. You go through and you get a Subway and you're like, can I get lettuce, carrots, olives, whatever the fuck you get? And they put like 6 pieces of shredded carrot. And I'm like, carrot is one of the cheapest vegetables ever. And you're giving me 6 and you're like, can I get a little bit more carrot? Oh, we'll put another 6 pieces on.
They charge you extra though.
Do they?
I don't know.
Fucking better not.
But yeah. But it's the same. I went to Muzz Buzz one time, a newbie for there. I ordered ice long black. That's just my go-to. Never get anything else anymore. It was basically a fucking lukewarm black coffee.
Oh,
and the
that
ice,
gives me the
ice
shits.
was just the equivalent of them going and just
Oh,
blowing on the fucking drink. And that was it. And I drank it and I was like, this is terrible.
like it's literally in the title, iced long black. If you're making an iced long black and you're putting 4 cubes of
you get the
ice,
shit 100 degrees out of the kettle,
Yeah.
straight into the cup.
running my coffee shots on 4 cubes of ice, so by the time that you get the coffee, it's melted, hot, and you can't actually hold it. Fuck off.
You fucking...
Seriously. Ice.
It's 6 a.m. in the morning, bro. I need this coffee
Yeah.
to hit. And you're
Ice.
giving me fucking lukewarm black coffee.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's not
ordering
even
that.
it's not a hot long black, and it's not an ice long black. You give me
Yeah.
halfway between both, and I want to kill myself.
Because at the end of the day, with an ice long, it's not like an ice latte, mate. Ice long black, the ice is gonna melt. It's gonna be like it was before, but it's gonna be cold. Ice latte, I kind of get because the ice dissolves or like melts. Sorry,
Yeah, and it waters it down.
mixes with the milk. It goes a bit funny.
Mm.
But while we're on this topic, I want to know if there's anyone that watches this show that works at like a cafe,
Yeah.
etc. So like, I try not to eat dairy. I don't think our bodies are meant to eat dairy, and mine doesn't react well to dairy. So like, if I get a nice latte, I've recently
Like
been
some almond milk.
I've been
Oat
put on oat milk.
I heard that slaps.
Mum got me a
How do
iced
you
latte
make oat milk?
with oat. I don't know,
They have
mate.
no udders, bro.
But fuck.
Was it good? Was the almond latte good? The oat art latte?
Slapped.
Really?
Yeah. Slapped. Like it was
I need
phenomenal.
to try it. Every time I've been told about it, I've just
Jamaica
not
Blue's
got
got the oat milk. It's really good, man. Like it was probably one of the best. I've got oat milk now at the office and everything. That's what I
it.
run with.
Jesus. Yeah, right.
It's that good. But
But isn't oat milk expensive?
I think all like
Relatively.
boutique milks are.
Yeah.
But I just want to know, if I come into your cafe, and like this is my order if I'm getting an iced latte. I'm getting a
Do
large
people hate
iced
you?
latte with an extra shot oat milk. Am I being judged? Is that a girl's drink? And are the people behind the counter like, look at this guy, he drinks fucking oat milk or almond milk. Like, am I getting shit hung on me in the background?
Do you think that's like the new cruiser thing?
Well, this is my whole point, man. Because, like, there's a guy on TikTok I watch, and he's like, when I order my white girl drink, he says.
Oh, okay.
So, like, am I getting the piss hung out of me in the background? Are they like, oh, look at this guy. He's ordered an almond milk iced latte. Like, grow up. Like, am I getting the shit? Because usually it's an ice on black. But I just want to know.
Well, yeah, true. I don't know. I
'Cause
feel
you know,
like,
like,
as soon
girls
as
have
you
their
order a
drink.
latte,
Yeah.
like an iced latte, it's kind of like,
Really?
I don't know.
You'd go as early to say as soon as you order an iced latte, they're kind of like,
I don't know. I just feel like ice long black's definitely like the OG, like, you're a coffee drinker if you order like a long black.
I never used to be able to do it, but now
I don't know what, ever since I was in prep, because I couldn't
I
have
feel like me and
milk.
Adam were drinking them, and then you got onto them or something.
You guys were on the lattes and shit. I had like ice long blacks once every now and then, but I didn't like it when I first met my coach. We sat down to talk about everything.
Yep.
And he got me an ice long black, and I was drinking it, talking to him, and I fucking hated it. And then
You got to get a good coffee though.
yeah, and you got to get a good one. And then I got into like prep, and I think just before I didn't mind them, but it was still not my go-to. And then I got into prep, and I couldn't have milk or any extra calories or anything like that. And then I just, that was the only option I could have. And I'm now like addicted to them. Like I just like not crave ice long blacks, but it's the only thing I'll order. If I have like an iced latte, it's all well and good, but about half hour later, I feel sick because I'm like, fuck, that was so sweet.
Yeah, see, when you get the iced latte though, you don't want any sugar syrup, any milk. Like
No.
you don't want nothing of that.
No,
It's just
you don't need
coffee, ice, and milk.
Yeah.
Oh, I get obviously oat milk, but
Some oat milk now.
yeah, I feel ya.
Right.
Just speaking about iced lattes, mate. Like we are just quickly. I just like to shout out ourselves here. We're good at making this shit flow. Like getting because I'm about to dive into something that is not even related to what we were just talking about, but somehow it's gonna work.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Is it like a long-winded question?
No.
The reason why I asked was because I was gonna check the camera, but it's like,
Nah, we'll be right.
you reckon?
Yeah.
We'll gamble it.
We'll gamble it.
This time I'm feeling risky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, go on, mate. I wanted time.
Speaking of iced drinks, the weather in Perth, mate. Saturday, 40 degrees. No, Saturday,
Yeah.
40. Friday
Sunday-
was like 39. Thursday was 35.
Sunday 32. Or
Yeah, but
30.
it's been like 30 today and pissing with rain, bro.
And then tomorrow,
22.
22.
20, max of 22.
That's a drop of 20 degrees in 2 days.
2 days.
That's fucked.
Like, I was driving home from camping today,
Mm.
pissing down with rain.
So good.
Oh,
When we were in Dunsborough, it was like a little bit cooler.
Got the jeans on again, mate. I love winter
Dude,
clothes.
and that was literally funny you say that, one of the topics I was going to bring up. What do you prefer? Summer or winter? As a blanket whole. Like,
Winter.
you maxed out the stats in winter.
Winter. 100%.
Well, here's the thing, right? Summer enables you to do more things, but I feel like summer, when you're in Perth or more north, like once you're more south of Perth, I think it gets cooler, right?
Yeah, okay.
But Perth and above, it's way too hot to do shit after like 35 degrees, which is common in summer. So then
I don't think we've been below 35 degrees.
yeah,
for
it's
like
been
2
fucked
weeks
for the whole of summer pretty much.
Yeah.
But you can't go to the beach really, like for more than 15
Unless you're
minutes,
going
unless
early
you're
in
like
the
first thing in the morning
or
or
late
right
at
at
night.
night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's just bullshit hot and your feet are getting branded, and then you try to walk on the road barefoot and you've lost your foot. It needs to be amputated on site. And then like going out, the flies are fucking everywhere. You know,
Oh,
you're
dude.
sweating as soon as you go outside.
You leave your car for 13 milliseconds. You turn it off to get something, run
You
back
touch
out.
the steering
Hot
wheel
as
and you've
fuck.
lost 6 fingers. You
Yep,
only have
it's
5, but
fucked.
you've lost 6.
Sit on your leather seats, mate. You're right. You've been branded,
You're
mate.
sticking to the fucking
Yes,
seats
you're not
too.
getting up.
And you're getting a hot iron in the form of your seatbelt, and the gym's just
You
fucked.
better get the Burns unit down there.
Yeah, and the gym's fucked too. Winter, you can layer clothing. Fashion's better.
Well, that's
You
my
can-
point, mate.
You can. I'd rather go to sleep cold and warm up than
'Cause
go
I
to sleep
can-
hot.
You know, layer the blankets or fucking cuddle someone if need be.
Dude.
If you got someone to cuddle.
Yeah, see, my girlfriend fucking is always cool. Barely is she ever hot, so she wants to cuddle when it's summer. I'm like, bro,
You're the same as me, eh?
you have about
Overheating
4.5 seconds
before
of cuddling, and then I'm rolling over.
before I'm laying there like sweating,
Yeah,
dripping
and
down.
She'll get offended, but
Yeah.
I look, I can't help it.
But ladies, it's nothing. I don't know if this is a general blanket rule for guys or it's just me
We
and
just
you that
run
have this
hotter,
problem.
I swear.
But I think we do run hotter because
Mm.
women can lay down, hug us, want to be full embrace. But like, give me 5 minutes, mate. Not
Mm.
even, and I am.
Even in winter, I start to get warm.
Yeah.
Doing that sort of
I
stuff.
am sweating.
Yeah, I don't. I swear it's a guy thing.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm just fat.
Because I do like cuddles. Don't
It's
get me
nice.
wrong. I
It
like
is
like
nice.
holding them. But sometimes I just get really hot, and I might
Yeah.
need to just readjust for a minute and then like go for it again. You know?
Or you like adjust from like spooning from something else. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, fuck. I just prefer winter.
Well, that's the
Much
thing,
better.
mate. I prefer like obviously got the jeans on today with the
Got the
dunks.
trackies on.
Yeah, I like winter clothing, mate. You know, you can layer the
Get your
hoodie with like an old
bombers.
vintage jacket or something
Yeah.
like that. I've recently gotten pretty heavily invested in the fashion scene.
The hoodie hoodie under a jacket's always like
Double.
a staple.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's
I
just
like
like the fashion. And I feel like with winter, you can just keep putting clothes on to get warm.
Mm.
Can't strip down bare naked and walk the streets in summer to cool myself down. Because number one, I'm probably still going to get hot. I'm getting sunburnt to fuck. Public arrest warrants.
Mm.
Public indecency.
Mm.
Like, I'm just trying to be cool, mate.
Yeah, nah, winter all the way.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, ideally probably autumn or spring.
I
but,
even like
if we got on polars, I'd say
yeah, I'd probably agree.
Winter.
I like camping in winter, not because of the rain, but like
the
there's just something
mornings.
like you appreciate a fire.
Yeah.
And then when you wake up, even if you're on the beach or the coastline, like looking over an overcast water when like overcast sky on the beach, beautiful.
Tell you what you don't like with winter is going up muddy tracks. I don't know, somewhere around the power lines or something. Trying to do a hill climb. I'd say in winter that's probably not the best idea. You might might get stuck and have your 4B run away. Have to rebuild the engine, get towed out of Mundaring power lines. You wouldn't want that in like winter.
Nah, would hate
yeah.
would hate to see that. Eh?
I would hate. Couldn't
you would
do
hate it if it was the first time out in the full drive.
Definitely,
and it
like
happened,
you've just
eh?
bought this not brand new cruiser, but you bought a cruiser first time,
Yeah,
and it runs away.
supposedly
Yeah.
rebuilt engine.
Yeah, apparently. Could never be me. Never. But yeah,
Just quickly. That was a fucked up.
that
day.
was fucked. We were about an hour, like not even an hour in.
Mundaring, mate.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
but
we'll-
like what I'm saying is like into the tracks.
Yeah, probably about an hour. I reckon.
It was
Maybe
like
not
the
even,
first
eh?
major hill climb we
It was
did.
a big hill climb. Me and Willie went around it, and you were like, "Oh, I'm gonna do it."
It didn't look hard.
I swear I did a full drive meet up there not long before that with Riles, and yeah, it's that hill, yeah.
Claims
Like I
some-
drive a pretty jacked up cruiser, and I'm not doing it because I know it's fucked.
And it
then
claims
you were
some
like,
bodies.
"Ah."
I was like, look, mate,
Sound
I'll
like
give it a go.
dog bark
Give it a
with
good old
me.
shake of the sauce bottle. And car was filled with smoke. got out the car, turned it off. It was still revving off its tits.
I remember just sitting
Hitting
at the top
about
of the hill.
80 grand on the RPM scale.
Because I heard it go, and then switch. And I remember just like, get out of the car.
Yeah.
Then I ran down the hill, ripped my shirt off and tried to suffocate it, like put it over the snorkel.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I had my chest up against the snorkel at one stage. It was just sucking air from it.
Could have been formally introduced to Rodney, as far as I was concerned.
I was actually a little bit nervous sitting on that bonnet because I was like,
I was expecting a piston to come through that dash.
Well, that's my point. If it really went grenade and I'm sitting on the bonnet, am I getting hit by some shrapnel, mate?
I think you're losing your legs.
Yeah, so I was a bit nervous, but I was trying to save the beast. Unfortunately,
I appreciate it. It
couldn't
was your
save the beast.
efforts,
towed you home.
they were appreciated, but unfortunately they were unsuccessful.
That was a long night, wasn't it? We had to drop your car home and then drive all the way back to Mundaring with the car trailer, drop it off, and then drive all the way back down to where we came from.
Yep. You, me, Willie. What a day.
Yeah, what a day.
Not expected.
Yeah.
I miss that cruiser though.
This
It is what it
better,
is.
mate. Nothing better than getting out in the outdoors.
Yeah. Just quietly, this is the one transition that's not going to be smooth, but it's been on my mind. The last 2 episodes, have you been like looking back and just like watching them and then like picking up habits of your own self that kind of annoy you? Or just like...
I wanted to mention this earlier in the podcast.
Right.
Yes.
I've been fucking... There's some things that I was doing and I'm like, fuck, I've got to make the conscious effort to stop that. One of them was, and I actually don't think I've said it this podcast so far, but I don't want to bring it up either because I'm like, I don't want people to then go back and pick them up. But I was saying like, a lot.
Yeah.
Or I think I said, you know what I mean, or something like that. And just in general, getting better at like both of us, like not interrupting each other as well. But like in general, I was just watching back in the podcast and I was like,
Yeah, I got that a couple of times on the first podcast. So like you boys like can really talk, but you do over, like you talk, I talk, and then I talk, you talk. So I think we're getting better at letting each other speak.
Yeah.
But I have been getting the shit hung on me for playing with my shoes and my socks and shit.
Oh really?
The shit hung on me, bro.
I play
By
with
more than
pillow
one
heaps.
person. Because I'll be sitting here like I'll be looking like right now, and I'm like,
yeah, okay.
and like I go back and I do it, and I've been getting the shit hung on me for that. More than one person has gone, stop playing with your fucking feet, and I'm like,
well, just listen on audio then.
yeah,
Fuck you.
fucking turn your video off, mate, and just fucking listen to the audio.
Yeah.
I can't do that with podcasts, eh? If I'm watching a poddy, I like to watch the poddy.
I used to only be able to listen to podcasts. And
Really?
Then I don't know who it was, and it was probably TMG.
What are you talking to me?
It was probably TMG or someone. And then I watched it. And usually when I watched podcasts back in the day, I would like... the reason why I listened to it mainly is because I'd watch it and then I'd just like put it to the side and just have it in the background. And then I was like, well, what's the fucking point of having YouTube open? I can have Spotify open and just listen to it. And then I started actually watching podcasts and paying attention to like the full thing.
Yeah.
And now I can hardly listen to him. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see who does more of what from like...
I'm
YouTube
a
and
watcher
Spotify.
guy. Like if I'm watching like podcasts, I like to watch them sit down and talk. I feel like you get facial expressions or like little cues and shit you don't get on the
and
Spotify.
people are pretty
mate.
like animated as well on podcasts too. So people get up and do some random shit, and people spend money on like their sets. They change their sets sometimes each week. You know?
Each week they might change something small about the
might
sets.
add things in, take
They
them
might
out.
add things in, make it a little bit different. You know.
Yeah, exactly. So I think YouTube is better for that, but everyone has their own preferences.
Yeah. I'm all for it, mate. You know, everyone's got their own preferences. You know, some people might change things on the sets to benefit their health.
Yeah, like breathing better.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are we going for time, man? I feel like I don't even know how long.
33 minutes, mate.
It's not that bad.
I feel like I've got a lot more to talk about, mate. I feel like we're...
Sweet. Now, we got 2 options.
What?
Because, you are going away in a couple of weeks.
I am. So I'm going offshore, not next Monday, the Monday after.
2 weeks, right?
2 weeks. So
Jeez.
we'll have to double film. I think just one
so
episode.
we'll either double film today
or
or we'll double film next
on
week.
Sunday we'll film another one and we'll drop one on that Wednesday and then another one that Wednesday after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. But anyway, what else, man? What else have you got? Because I think I've ran through most of my topics first this time, because last time it was you. So, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's your turn.
So I was driving the other day. All right. And obviously cyclists use our roads. Yep. All for cyclists using our roads. They might be a pain in the ass. You might have to give them a fucking half a country's mile when you go past. But whatever. What gives me the shits, right, is a cyclist that's using the roads that's riding at about negative 40 k's an hour. Like going so slow he could be going backwards.
On a BMX.
Just use the fucking footpath, man.
Yeah.
Because now I'm stuck behind you. Because like this particular bloke was not holding left, man. He was probably a good metre and a half off the curb.
Mm.
Literally riding about 10 k's an hour. I can't go around you because there's other cars coming. So now I've got a whole group of cars behind me.
And they're all swerving to have a look
Yeah.
and see like what the
Because you're
fuck's the
doing
hold
10
up.
k's an hour. Just go on the fucking footpath, bro. You're riding
Yeah.
that slow that you're getting outdone by a snail, mate.
Yeah, you've got Heather and the fucking walking stick
Right.
overtaking you on the footpath.
Fuck me. It gives me the shits.
Mm.
I don't care about cyclists in general. They can do what they want, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other issue I have is you're allowed 2 wide, so that's like the limit.
Like cyclists on the
Yeah.
road? Yeah.
So
okay.
cyclists can go 2 wide.
Yep.
But they have to be like hugging the left, right? And then you're
Yeah.
supposed to give them 1.5.
Yeah.
But then there's some like pursuits. Well, they're not even called pursuits. You know how like on Saturdays and Sundays you see like a whole group of them riding. There's like 20 of them.
Yeah.
And they'll be going like 3 wide sometimes and everything else like that. And
Mm.
and it's usually along the river where the roads are, single carriageways each way. And you're just stuck behind them.
Yep.
And, you're looked at as the dickhead if you try to overtake
Yeah.
them and they're like 3 wide. That's when I have an issue,
Yeah.
It's just sort of like they're taking the piss. But in saying that, if you go to Cambridge, man, like bikes run the roads there. And no
The
one's
fuck's
got an issue
Cambridge?
there. Cambridge in England.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all cyclists and walking.
Yeah.
So it just depends. But in Perth, like, there's still that dynamic of, some people take the piss both ways and cyclists just tend to get on people's nerves quite a lot.
They just
yeah.
sometimes I think they think they run the road. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think rules are made to protect them, but like fuck, they're crossing a really thin fucking line
Yeah.
when you're doing 10 k's an hour, 1.5 meters off the curb.
Yeah. And they have a lane
Yeah.
that's drawn out for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Stay in it.
Gives me the shits, mate.
Especially if you're one rider.
I'm gonna drop my cruiser into third, plant my foot, and
And
cover you in a
introduce you
cloud
to
of black
soot.
smoke.
Yeah. Definitely. Or like a golf puddle.
mud.
It does. It does. Yeah, nah, cyclists, man, I can't.
Can't do it, eh?
It's particularly bad around the river.
Yeah.
Like Canning River, around Mount Pleasant. There's heaps of them.
Yeah,
And
they're
you're
always
towing a boat and you're trying to get through them. It's pretty bad.
Just quickly, mate.
Stop playing with your fucking pants, man. Honestly, you told me it was a bad habit and you're doing it still.
Washed my hair today, mate.
You're looking good, man.
Nah,
I'm respecting the shoot,
puffy it go- I'm getting a perm.
You are.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You're
get
committing.
a permanent perm. I've been told to try some curling cream. I think.
Yeah. Thought you
um,
like just shampoo yourself dry or something, or with like the cream. I don't know why you're looking at me like I've said something dumb. Go on, go on.
Nah, so after you get out of the shower, damp hair, you just put this cream in there, and it's meant to,
Curl.
exacerbate the curls. Because I think I want a perm. I was gonna cut my hair. I go through stages where I'm like, I'm gonna cut it, but everyone I'm speaking to reckons I should keep it.
Guys go through about.
Girls love long hair, apparently.
Mm,
At the moment, anyway. Everyone that I've ever I put up that thing. I think not long
Yeah.
ago. I don't know if I sent a Snapchat out or put it on Instagram, and I was like, do I cut or keep it long? And all the blokes said cut it.
because buzzing's just so.
All the
buzzing
blokes said cut it, and all
is-
the girls said keep it.
Mm. But here's the thing,
So-
right? Every time there's a trend of long hair, by the time you grow your hair long, the trend's done and buzz cuts are back in. That's the thing you got to consider. But buzz cuts, like I'm in the same right now. I'm in that stage where I'm like, fuck, do I want to grow it or cut it? And also wanted to perm it, but I don't think you can perm bleached hair.
Okay.
So I've been told.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but I've been told
Yeah,
you
I'm
can't
not
perm
sure.
bleached
But
hair.
I'm gonna get a perm.
If you are a girl or a guy and you've bleached your hair and permed it, let me know. But anyway,
Do you bleach your asshole?
only on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
See, I'm more of a hump day bleach.
so we would now
Because it
gotta
kind of
release
lasts to the weekend,
podcasts.
and then by the time you get after the weekend, you're ready to bleach again.
It's true.
I bleach on the weekly, mate.
Can't imagine to be very healthy. But buzz cuts are so easy to maintain, and they just feel like it's almost like a stress relief every time you buzz
Yeah.
cut.
Even with my long hair, though, I don't do it. I don't do my hair. I don't put anything in it.
Yours
Ever.
has more volume than mine, though. Like
It
yours
is
isn't
fluffy,
as
eh?
yours isn't as
I'm looking
straight
at
as
myself in
mine.
the mirror right now.
Mm.
It just goes super fluffy. I think I look like a bit of a dickhead, but
I like it. For
Yeah,
me,
okay.
mine's really, really straight. So I have to chuck some product in it for it to hold. And it's at that stage now where I can't slick it back and it maintains that without
Yeah.
like me spray painting it. I mean, hairspraying it.
yeah, spray
So
painting. Yep.
I have to wait till that grows out longer so
Yeah,
I can
okay.
do that. So that's the annoying part about the awkward stage for me.
Yeah.
So it's just hats.
There is that awkward stage.
hats for now.
For those who didn't know me growing up or even in high school, I had
Mhm.
like hair down past my shoulders. I think at one
Yeah.
stage,
Like in a ponytail.
I literally looked like Jesus.
Yeah.
I showed it. Yeah, I showed it to a few people the other day, and they were like, "What the fuck?"
It looked like the Mexican Jesus.
Yeah.
So like Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of me
long.
growing up, though, this is a
Mm.
funny story, right?
Mm.
So, obviously, we're not into bullying and shit here.
Yeah.
But when I was younger, actually, I don't even know why I'm going to say this. But anyway, it's about me growing up.
Okay.
I find it funny.
Mm-hmm.
People might not find it funny, but it happened to me. So I'm not hanging shit on anyone. This is what happened to me, and I'm laughing about it. So I was in the city, and I think I was going to a concert or something that night. And I was this is back when Culture Kings was popping off.
Oh. So like
I was probably 15, 16. And I was, for those who don't know me, I was shorter than I am now, but I weighed more than I do now. I was a bit of a fat kid. And I was in Culture Kings, and I was dressed in my whatever I had on for the concert, and I went upstairs. They had a vest, like a suit vest, you know, like you got the suit jacket. If you're wearing a tux, you got the vest.
Yeah, a 3-piece. But you got like the second piece of the 3-piece. Yeah.
So I had like my tight jeans on. I think I had my purple custom skate shoes.
I'm imagining like
a t-shirt, little fat Mickey. And I seen this vest on the hanger. I put it on. And you know, like me. you know those films you see where there's a kid getting bullied and everyone circles him.
Mm-hmm. Are you serious?
So I was up top of Culture Kings, man. I got circled by like a bunch of like I'm gonna say 20 to 25-year-olds, man. They just point at me and they're like, "Nice dress, nice vest, fatty."
Oh my! Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why have you never told me this before?
I just saw it the other day. They're like, "Nice vest." I'm gonna beat that out again.
Yeah.
But like, nice vest, fatty, and they're just hanging shit on me, man. Like yelling at me, like, "Oh, nice
Jesus
vest, you look good."
Christ.
Yeah. I remember just throwing the vest on the floor,
Running out crying.
running all the way down, and Mum's
Leaving
like,
cracks
"What's
in the
wrong?" And I'm
floor.
like, "We need to go." Leaving cracks in the floor, you dog. But like, it just reminded me of movies. I found it funny. I thought of it the other day, and I was pissing myself. I told Mac, brought it up again today, and he's like, "What was it? Nice vest, fatty?" And I was like,
Bro, people are brutal, man.
"Bro,
I remember as a kid, like in primary school, bro, people were like racist as well. And you know, some of the time it's them not knowing any better, or like sometimes it's just genuine because it's like you look different to me. Like,
yeah,
you know, why is that? And I remember for ages growing up, I actually hated the fucking color of my skin, right? And I was like one of those people who was like, you know, why am I different to everyone else? I wished I was white, essentially. And it probably really hurt. Like, I don't think I really told my mum that. So it probably really hurt her if I ever told her that. But, yeah, I genuinely like didn't like my skin. And then as you grow up, you realize, holy fuck, like
we're blessed."
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I was about the same.
man.
I wanted to be white, and then now everyone's like, "Oh, I wish I had your skin."
Yeah. It was literally like up until probably midway through high school, I was just like, fuck, man, I genuinely don't like my skin.
Yeah, I
but
agree.
it's crazy. And like the whole point of that is like, yeah, people are fucking brutal, man. Like in primary school, like even some teachers.
But even I feel like these days, mate, I feel like you're your own worst critic. And I feel like the way we look at ourselves is completely different to the way that other people look at us. Like, and it goes like not back to, but it relates to, you know, the gym and body dysmorphia and all that crap.
Yeah.
And you always want to look better. You always want to be bigger. You want to be leaner. And like I was looking through my phone the other day, and I actually, another mate of the show, Brady, he found a photo of me from 2019, which I showed him.
I've been seeing that a lot lately.
Yeah. So back in 2019, I quit the gym. I didn't quit the gym. I wasn't doing the gym, and I think I reached 101 or 109 kilos. And I lost it all. Went down to like 73 or something. And then now I built back up to what I'm sitting at now. But you look at that photo, and that was 2 years ago, and I still look at myself in the mirror now these days, and I'm like, damn, I'm fat. Need to lose weight.
And then you compare.
You look back to that photo, I'm like, I think people don't give themselves credit for the hard work they put in or what they look like. And I feel like we're our own worst critics, and we think we look a lot worse than what we actually do in other people's eyes.
Yeah. I think as well, like, you know, especially when, and, you know, you appreciate it. If someone's new to the gym and they see you and they're like, man, you're looking big or whatever it is. And, you know, you brush it off because you genuinely don't agree. Like
Exactly. People think it's cocky and it's a standard action.
So
like
typical, like,
oh,
nah,
no,
bro,
he was
like,
kidding. Yeah.
you know, keep feeding me compliments. Nah, man, I'm looking small. But you genuinely don't think that. And then you realize that, like, you know, that's because everyone that you follow on TikTok and Instagram is all, like, people in the gear or people who've been training for 10 years. And, like, their job is to look shredded all the time. And it's hard to, like...
Yeah. And people on Instagram and, you know...
Angles,
athlete
lighting.
influencers, a lot of them aren't natural, mate. and they'll portray that they are natural,
Mm.
but I reckon 9 times out of 10 they are not natural. You're looking at this isn't not going to be seen by them. But you look at David Lade and all that crap.
David Lade.
No way David Lade is natural.
Yeah, Conor
And
Murphy
people are
was on the gear.
Yeah, and people are looking up going, oh, I want to look like them. Because, they say that they're natural or they don't disclose that they're not natural or enhanced. And it's kind of bullshit, man, because you're never going to... Okay, I won't say never going to look like that, but you have to be a minute percent of the population to have the natural genetics to look like David Lade and all that crap. Because they're on another level, mate. And I could train hard as fuck for 10 years and I'm still not going to look like that or be that strong.
Well, I was about to say, the thing that mainly indicates, like, David Lade apparently being on the gear, if you watch, like, more plates, more dates.
Yeah.
And Greg Doucette, wasn't even necessarily his physique. It was more the fact that he was that, that lean or whatever, and with that strength that he had.
He's strong.
It's kind of, he has to be the 1% of the 1% if he's natty.
Exactly,
and because
right.
he's a Gymshark athlete, he probably won't say much.
Gymshark apparently won't let them come out. And this is where, like, obviously I follow
Except
Christian.
for Seabum was probably the only one that everyone knows he's on something, but he still hasn't been like, I'm on the gear. And Gymshark, will probably, cut his sponsorship if he was to say something like that. But everyone knows, but he's never actually said it. So, it's an interesting one.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. Like, I think we've said body dysmorphia on here before, like, mentioned it before, but it is a real...
And it's more than
it's actually a real thing. And people
Yeah.
think it's a piss take, but, like, I don't think I ever look in the mirror and I'm like, damn, I look good.
Yeah.
There's always, like, I'm always like, damn, could lose a little bit here, could be a little bit bigger here, my arms are tiny. And then you go to the gym, as you say, and someone will be like, damn, man, you're looking really good. And you're like,
bro,
oh,
shut
no,
up.
I'm not, man. Shut up, eh?
Yeah. Like, dude, after I finished my comp, the amount of, like, waves of, like, not depression, but I've been really unhappy with myself as I've gained weight back. And there's, like, certain times I'm like, you know what, I'm okay with this. I'm getting stronger. And then other times I'm like, fucking hating my life right now. And it's just, you got to find what the reason is behind it. If you're just gaining weight for the sake of gaining weight and you're not actually pushing yourself, then I feel like the unhappiness is not necessarily warranted, but it's a bit more like, okay, well, that's understandable. But
if you're doing it for a reason and you're actually trying to get stronger and you are grinding, then I feel like, it is.
it's still hard though, but
It
it's
is,
a little
man.
bit easier to accept when you're like, okay, well, I have this PB that I'm working towards, or I'm trying to get, that let's say you're 85 kilos and you're lifting. Last time you were 85 kilos, you weren't lifting as much. You know for a fact you've put on more muscle.
Yeah.
Or you're training harder, which either way leads to more muscle.
Yeah.
So it's about finding that. And for me, the other good thing was obviously I got into kart racing. And kart racing has a weight category. Now, the first race meet I wanted to enter, I had to have about 12 kilos worth of weight on a cart, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a fucking lot to have. And the cart is really heavy to push around. So I felt a lot better about gaining weight because I was like, fuck yeah, man. Once I gain weight, I don't have to have weight on the cart. It'll be more evenly distributed. And that really helped me post. If I didn't have that, I think I would have had a lot more issues gaining weight post comp.
I've never particularly been obsessed to what I look like. I like to be strong. Like I'm pretty strong now. I'm moving a fair bit of weight. Obviously, there's always room to move more, but like I feel I'm pretty happy with what I'm lifting. And to me, I think that's the biggest thing for me. I know a lot of our mates and like people we know train for aesthetics and train to look good. But me personally, I train to feel good and I train to be strong. So I like being able to walk into the gym and like move heavy weight. Not to say that, people are looking, but like people notice when you're lifting heavy weight.
Especially if you're doing it for more than one rep.
Yeah, like I remember the first time I ever put 100 kilos on the bench and I repped it. Oh, I hit it once and I was like, now I'm repping 100 for 12 reps, Like,
which is insane to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can only get 6 at the moment. But that's like one of those things, I want to be doing, I want to be getting 200 for reps in deadlifts for conventional.
Yeah.
Like, there's all these different ones. And it's just like finding those targets that's going to make you happy. And as we brought up, I think the first podcast, like those micro goals that you have that lead up to the big goal.
Because you sit back and now and you're like, I want to rep 200 for conventional. That's a big task. So you set little goals,
Yeah, you're like, okay, cool. Well, now I got to get 180 for 8. So far I got 180 for 6. 180 for 8 means I can probably do 190 for 4 to 6.
Yeah.
Once I get 190 for 4 to 6 and then 8, all right, cool. I can probably, if I really try, get 4 to 5 from 200. It is about those micro steps.
Yeah. But it's just like, as I was saying, it's just, people train for different things, and I feel like you're never actually happy with how you look as far as the gym goes. But yeah, I feel like you got to identify what you're training for, and I think for me, I train to feel good. I train to like be strong. I'd rather be strong. I obviously don't want to be overweight, and this isn't a dig at anyone that is overweight or anything like that. So hopefully people don't take it wrong. I'm all for body positivity because at the end of the day, I'm not where
perfect.
I want to be, but like, yeah, I don't particularly care. I want to feel good. I want to be strong, and that's kind of my motto.
Yeah, as long as my mum thinks I'm handsome,
Yeah,
that's it.
Mum.
Thoughts?
I actually don't know if Mum watches.
She probably
this
thinks I'm
podcast.
a fucking
Yeah.
ugly dog.
Your mum's my mum.
Yeah, we do share the same mum.
Yep.
Two of them.
Yeah.
Mm.
Same mum.
Different dads.
Different dads. Weird.
Yeah, but we have two mums and different dads. It's
Mhm.
crazy. But yeah, so I mean, look, it's a wild ride, and everyone's gonna have issues with their body, but
Yeah. I just thought it was a funny story about myself there, and then it was
yeah,
didn't plan on
Spiraled
leading it
off
into an
into that,
actual
but-
topic about
yeah. I
body
don't know, just
positivity
reminded
and all
me.
that stuff. But just remember, like, don't be too harsh on yourself.
Mm.
You probably look at yourself in a harsher light than anyone else looks at you.
And at the end of the day, who gives a fuck anyway? Because
Yeah.
you're taking that shit to the grave. So
And it's easy to say who
Yeah.
gives a fuck, but when you're out and you think people are looking at you, it is hard. But like a lot of the time, most of the time, they're not looking about you. They're not talking about you. So just do you.
and they'll forget
Be
about you
confident,
in,
be happy.
in 10 minutes time.
Because confidence
So,
is key, mate.
yeah.
And people know when you're confident.
And they know when you're faking it too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, fucking hell. That's I don't know what we dragged on to now.
51 minutes, mate.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, we kept going.
Getting good at this shit.
Yeah.
Well, quickly, we'll touch no, just quickly, because there's only been one. Haas's fucking livery, carbon copy of last year's. Have you seen it?
No, I have not seen it, actually.
It's the 2022 livery is
Have they released a livery already?
yeah. I mean,
Why?
it's the same car. Like, the exact same thing. So, I mean, that's probably why. It didn't take them long to design it. They were just like, yep, we'll go with the
car.
Russian flag in.
The
Like,
car can't be the
no,
same.
the car looks different, but the livery's the same.
The livery's the same.
Just the blue, white, and red. I genuinely don't know if there's a single difference.
I don't think they would change it, though. I would have liked to see Haas back in the black, when they had the black and gold Haas.
Mercedes are releasing more and more, with the rich energy.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good looking car.
Yeah.
Mercedes are releasing more and more teasers. I think they're going to go grey, man.
They are. I thought it was
Looking like
confirmed they were going back to the grey, the silver arrows.
They might. I don't know if they confirmed
Was it
it.
the grey
but
arrows? I swear it was confirmed like
Heaps of
about a
people
month
are
ago.
talking about it. Lewis Hamilton's back on Instagram.
Yeah, I've seen
Seen
that.
that.
So
So
he's back.
hopefully it means he's definitely committing to F1.
Yeah.
I'm keen, man. More and more car releases are coming this
This week, bro.
Yeah. February
McLaren's the
9th.
11th.
Yeah, 9th is
Red Bull.
Alpha?
Red Bull's the first.
Jeez.
Red Bull jumped the gun with everyone. Feb 9th. Then I think it's
Mm.
Alpha, and then
Romeo or
McLaren.
Tory?
I think Alpha Tauri,
Yeah.
and then I think it's McLaren, Mercedes, then Ferrari.
Man, I'm excited.
I am so keen for this
Dude,
season.
this is
bro.
going to be a good month. Ferrari, hopefully they have that white back on their fin again. Do you remember, a couple of years ago, they had like red with like a white
Yeah,
tail
I've seen a
fin?
picture of it.
That was a sexy car. They had like the
When's the first race?
March.
March.
I think March 18th.
Yeah, so we got over a month to go to
Fuck,
the
I'm
first
so
race.
keen, man. But testing, bro, I'm going to sit there and watch it all day.
yeah,
Mm.
sit there and watch DR top the list, mate.
Mm,
Let's go.
absolutely.
He's flying back out apparently already to
Yeah.
McLaren. It's pretty.
You know, he was supposed to come to the first race of the season that we were at. Like,
Yeah,
I was
you were
at this
telling
other
me.
weekend, but I think he flew out early,
Mm.
which is, I'm so excited.
Oh, dude, it's going to
Yeah.
be a great season. The
Yeah.
reg changes. I'm actually
Mm.
really interested to see
I
how
think,
close it's going to be.
yeah.
Because I've heard, I think I talked about it before. I've heard a couple teams have found loopholes in the regulations, and that's going to put
Already.
them ahead.
But if everyone's got a loophole, then they're all on top, aren't
I
they?
heard it was Mercedes, Ferrari, and Alpine. They've got the loophole.
I'm so excited, bro. Yeah.
I'm not, because if Ferrari's got the loophole and not McLaren, I'm going to be
Mm.
pissed for DR. If Alpine has got it and DR left Alpine to go to McLaren, and McLaren's
Yeah, that's
just
true.
fighting the bottom of the mid runners.
Well, Zach Brown said that he doesn't think that they'll be fighting for first this year. But anyway, this is also kind of a different segment. Let us know if, because we're definitely going to talk about F1. It's just going to happen. If you guys prefer us talking about it at the start or at the end, because some people
Yeah.
like it, some people don't.
I feel like a lot of people, like a lot of my mates are watching it because of the Drive to Survive. Now I know Ev's
Yeah.
watching it and a couple other people, but I feel like a majority of people don't.
Yeah, and my
Partic-
girlfriend was telling me that, she was like, yeah, I love the first podcast. In a sarcastic way. She was like, you guys just talked about F1 for so long. And I was
I've
like,
heard that also from a couple people.
yeah, but it's like, shut up. Don't tell me how to do my podcast.
Well, that's the thing.
But
It's
yeah.
like we're going to talk about things we like, and there is going to be things that people are not going to enjoy,
Mm.
and that's just it. If you don't enjoy it, skip past it. I know
Yeah.
the first episode we did hang on F1 and karting for a while,
Yeah,
but,
but we also, that was one thing that was easy to talk about, But
that's
anyway.
one thing we're passionate about, mate.
Yeah, 100%. I honestly think we could we'll find out. You guys will know in a bit, depending on what we're dressed like. But
Sorry, the water cooler's making a lot of noise.
it is. But we might record the second episode now or next week. We'll decide. But anyway, I think that will wrap it up. Yeah. Thank you guys once again for tuning in. If you have any feedback on what you'd like to see from us,
put something down. We'll probably start putting up more and more polls on like
Yeah.
the IG page about what do you want us to talk about? Because obviously we're going to talk about what we want to talk
We're
about.
following slowly growing. We've got a record 61 subs on YouTube at the moment. I think it is.
I'm happy with, mate.
I
thought we'd have
expected.
about 20 subs by this stage.
If that.
So
And the Instagram once again. A lot of it's also friends, but in general, like heaps of friends.
we
didn't
do really
subscribe.
appreciate the support,
It is
and
really
we know
nice.
it to slow. Like, at the end of the day, we made this to talk about things because me and you talk together pretty well anyway.
Yeah.
Like, we talk a lot of shit, and it was just more like we'll film it. If someone wants to watch it, they can bloody watch it, mate.
But yeah.
I feel like this episode has been a bit more serious.
It has, and I'm so hoping that this camera hasn't cut out, because otherwise I will have to put my head through a wall.
Yeah. Too right.
But yeah, other than that, we'll see you guys in episode 4.
Thanks for the support, guys.
We're on YouTube.
I'm going to do the cliche here, but, on YouTube, like, subscribe. It helps the engagement.
Yeah, 5 stars on Spotify.
Yeah, 5 stars on Spotify. Follow the IG page and, even the TikTok. Check it out. It's got all the clips that we put up.
Yeah, and then Apple Music as well.
I think Apple Podcast is finally sorted.
Yeah, sick.
So,
Mint. All right.
But
We'll
thanks,
put the link
guys.
tree up. Thanks, guys. See you next time.